A lot of people suffer from conditions like heartburn, high blood pressure and cholesterol, hormone imbalance, and trouble sleeping. But a new book is offering up some simple suggestions to help you get your body back on track. Joining us this morning, Joy McCarthy, Holistic Nutritionist and the author of this book, Joyous Health. Thanks for coming in this morning, Joy.
Thanks for having me.
I've had a chance to go through a few chapters of Joyous Health, and a lot of the instructions and a lot of the material is really simple things that are so easy to do at home.
Well, when I wrote my book, I wanted to make sure that, you could flip open to any page and you could read a little snippet and think to yourself, I can incorporate that into my life. I could totally drink lemon and water first thing in the morning, which would help prevent things like heartburn and help to improve your digestion. So I wanted my book to be very digestible. And as I'm sure you already got to the chapter all about digestion, because digestion is truly the root of good health, and eating some of these foods are going to help you have good digestion. Because when you're properly digesting your food, then this helps you have better energy.
It's your fuel. You need it to get your body going.
Exactly. And digestive problems are just rampant. Canadians suffer from more digestive problems than ever before, as evidenced by all the antacids people are taking in. And so, my hope is that, people will try these recipes, realize that healthy food tastes really good.
And is easy to make. You've brought in a few examples this morning of some of the recipes within your book. Let's start with the trail mix.
Perfect. So this is my super foodie trail mix. And what makes this different is I've created a little syrup to go with the trail mix. So it's coconut oil, you melt down coconut oil, cinnamon, and a little coconut sugar. So it just gives it that extra kick. Plus coconut oil is fantastic for your metabolism. And then these are all so we have mulberries and goji berries are so high in vitamin C, so great to prevent cancer. We also have the kale salad. So this kale salad has a unique dressing. So I've actually used a fish oil in the dressing, but it doesn't taste fishy. It actually has a natural orange flavor, so it's my kale orange pecan salad. So you're getting in omega-3s at the same time.
And kale's everywhere. Kale's super popular right now.
Yes, it is. Kale is like queen of the greens, as I like to say. It has over 45 flavonoids. Always massage your kale.
Soften it up. Get rid of the spine.
Exactly. Put some good sea salt, some olive oil, and kale chips are great too. I have some kale chips in my book. And then we have, this is called Amy's Tempeh chili. So that's actually, my cousin created this recipe.
What's tempeh?
So tempeh is fermented tofu, basically, fermented soybeans. And it's very high in fiber. And when soy is fermented, it is so much more digestible and higher in protein. So this is protein packed, but it's a vegetarian recipe. So there's a vegan, actually, because there's no animal foods in it whatsoever.
There is some controversy about soy, though, whether or not to incorporate it into your diet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I always recommend avoid the unfermented soy. So I don't recommend things like soy milk and tofu, but I do recommend things like tempeh, which is fermented, so it's digestible. All the enzyme inhibitors are removed, and you can actually absorb it and digest it. So that's a great question, because there's a key difference, and I don't recommend a lot of the processed soy products.
Smoothies?
Yes,
super
smoothies,
easy to digest.
so easy, right? Great for families. You can make it the night before. Easy first thing in the morning. I often just grab and go with my smoothie. Always make sure you have a good protein source in your smoothie, because that really balances blood sugar, gives your metabolism a nice kick so you feel good, energized for the day. You're burning fat. Super important. And then, life needs to be sweet. So I love carrot cake. And growing up, I used to eat like the triple-decker carrot cake with way too much sugar. So I wanted to create some raw cookies that taste like carrot cake. So we have really anti-inflammatory spices in there. They're totally raw. They're sweetened with, raw honey and dates. That makes them like stick together.
Dates are delicious.
Yes, so delicious. But the spices, the cinnamon, the cloves, and the nutmeg have some of the highest levels of antioxidants and extremely high in anti-inflammatory compounds, which are important for preventing cancer, preventing heart disease. So having two as like a mid-afternoon snack is perfect when you have that little sweet craving.
So easy. All of this sounds amazing. The book, Joyous Health, and Joy McCarthy, the author, joining us in studio. Thanks so much for your time this morning, Joy.
Thank you for having me.